Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is David. I'm all about fish keeping, breeding, and turning this hobby into a little side hustle. Today's video is all about my journey to breed Sylvester Pearl Danios for profit and how it's not exactly going to my plan, but hey, that's part of the fun. Alright, let's dive into it. So why Sylvester Pearl Danios? Personally, the color really attracted me to them. I like how they're super peaceful. I like how they occupy the whole water column. They are in high demand in the aquarium trade. Breeding them seemed like a no-brainer to me, but it turns out they're a little bit more fickle than I thought they would be. Trying to create the perfect environment for them to breed has been a little bit more of a challenge than I thought it would be. They started to breed and now they're not, so I'm trying to figure out what I can do better to get them to breed again. So over the last week or 2 weeks, I've made some adjustments to the tank to try to get the fish to breed a little bit better. First, I started with adjusting the water temperature. Went from 73 degrees to 76 degrees to try to warm it up, see if I can get them to spawn a little bit more. Um, Recently, I've also added clay pots. I glued some Java moss into it. I used the super glue gel. I looked it up, and everyone says the gel is by far the best way to go. It is non-toxic to fish and works super easy for me. So I put Java moss into the clay pots, added the clay pots as more places for them to spawn and make them feel more at home and comfortable and feel safe. I also added a lot more plants, tall plants, give them more coverage. Now, probably at first I didn't have enough plants because I felt like the fish were not feeling secure and safe. So I added more plants into the tank to try to make them feel more safe and comfortable. So I've been trying to add things to see if I can get them to breed a little bit more. So I'll continue to update you as things change or things go, but those are kind of the changes I've made in the last week. Oh, I did forget. I did add, I did dim the lights more. I know that everywhere I read online and from people that know that bred them, saying that maybe I had too much light, like it was too bright for them. So I dimmed down my light a little bit. So I've made a lot of changes. So initially I set up this tank to get my Sylvester Pearl Danios to breed. I do have some pygmy Corydoras and some Corydoras as well. And they are stealing the show. They are having a heyday when it comes to breeding. They are laying, honestly, probably 15 to 20 eggs per week right now, which I can't even get my sister Pearl Daniels to breed here recently, which we'll figure it out. Well, it's not a big deal, but it's got a lot to figure out. It's pretty amazing to see that the Corydoras are starting to breed. Now, my fry that have been growing up, that I've been questioning if they were even Sylvester Danios, they're definitely Corydoras. So the Corydoras fry are starting to get bigger, and I'm excited to see them grow and actually develop them even more because I really haven't developed them fully to full-grown adults yet. So this is my first batch still. I'm honestly not mad about the Corydoras breeding, but it does make me wonder why the Corydoras breeding so well, but my Sylvester Pearl Danios aren't, and why are they being so stubborn? Maybe it's because the Corydoras are just high-wired to breed almost in any condition, or maybe I'm just missing something with the Sylvester Pearl Danios. Either way, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'll update you along my journey so you don't make as many mistakes as I have. So I'm pretty sure the first batch of eggs I got were Sylvester Pearl Danios. Now, I had a hatchery tank which is sitting right behind me, and I put the eggs and they eventually hatched. But it's a 10-gallon tank, and I had a hang on back filter. I had, it just didn't work out. I just couldn't get the food. I'm pretty sure I killed all my fry. So, what I did is I switched that tank over to, I'm going to try to breed German blue rams. So we'll see how that goes. I'm slowly kind of getting them acclimated. I added some clay pots and that to give them some cover and places to lay eggs as well. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. But when it comes to my hatchery, I gotta figure out where am I gonna put my babies. So I ended up getting that screen mesh kind of from PetSmart. I need to order another one because now the problem is I have two different, like I got a big size difference in fry. My Corydoras that were like a week and a half old are getting kind of big, And my fries that are just hatching, like 2 or 3 days old, they're super small, and I feel like they're not getting enough food. So I gotta figure that out as well. I'm trying to figure out when I should put the baby Corydoras into the main tank. I just don't want them to get eaten. I want them to grow as much as they can. I just don't want them to be too small. So if you have any recommendations on maybe when I should transition some of the bigger fry into the main tank, that'd be much appreciated. I just want to make sure I can grow these fry out accordingly. And I want to make sure they're getting enough food because I'm afraid that they're not getting enough food. Like I was saying before, my future plans is to breed German blue rams. What really excites me about them is they're great parents. They love to guard the eggs, they like to raise the babies themselves, and they're so beautiful. They're pretty docile for being a cichlid, and oh God, they're just overall great fish. Even though I turned my hatchery tank into the German blue ram tank, I gotta figure out, do I need to buy more tanks so I can start growing the fry out better? I probably need to get on that so I can get the tank cycled to make sure that none of the fish are going to be in bad conditions. But the German blue rams are, I'm excited for it. I got the tank set up. I probably need to change some things. Like I said, I added some clay pots, I added some other things, but we'll see what happens. I have made some mistakes along the way, but I'm excited to continue to see if I can get these guys to actually breed and actually get the fry all the way up. Because at this moment, I have not had fry get to adulthood yet. But I'm also not even a month into this project, so I'll kind of bring you along the way and the mistakes I make because I'll make plenty of them. I mean, this is just kind of more of a side hobby, and hopefully, I can connect with some of you guys, and you can give me information. I can give you information what not to do. But I'm really enjoying the project. It's going great, and I just love breeding fish. So that's where I am right now. The Corydoras are thriving, and the Celestial Pearl Danios are still being stubborn. I'm probably going to need a bigger house for all these tanks. But honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. Breeding fish is such a rewarding experience, and I'm excited to see where this journey takes me next. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll bring you along the journey, and I'm excited for you guys to watch. I'm excited to connect with a bunch of you more. You guys have a wonderful day.